for 2013 is still quite cloudy. You know, normally at this time of the year, economists start to give their predictions for 2013. But this time around, there's quite a few uncertainties, a number of things that need to be resolved before you can get any idea of what to expect for next year. And these pertain basically to the potential US fiscal cliff in America. And you know, that's basically where by law on the 1st of January, certain spending cuts and tax hikes will kick in automatically. Now, if all the tax cuts and expenditure cuts kick in simultaneously, it can subtract about $600 billion from the US economy. And at the moment, the US economy is not strong enough to withstand that. I mean, when you think back in September, when the US Federal Reserve, Bernanke, announced a quantitative easing, it was basically seen as insurance against this potential fiscal cliff. But when you look at how the markets have reacted since Obama has been re-elected, you know, risk aversion has increased, equity markets have tumbled, and you know, people then go back into the dollar. So it's a critical time that's lying ahead. The problem stems from, as you know, that in the legislature there's a gridlock between the Democrats and the Republicans, and they both have to reach agreement for laws to be passed about either tax reform or spending cuts. So they've started with very wide opposed views because, you know, there's ideological differences. So the problem is they've only got about 45 days left. So it's, as I said, it's a major source of uncertainty, of concern, and we can't predict the outcome. You know, if you have to make assumptions, you might say they may reach some kind of a compromise, but they will leave some of the negotiations into 2013. And if that is the outcome for the end of the year, it means the uncertainty will continue during the course of 2013. And where you see the major impact of this uncertainty about the fiscal cliff relates specifically to tax reforms. Because if you're a company and you don't know what kind of taxation regime awaits you, you're not going to invest. So many of the US companies are quite cash flush at the moment, awaiting the outcome, and therefore business investment in America is not a driver of growth.